Hello Chess Mitra, welcome to our beloved YouTube channel Chess Mitra. So today in our endgame series we are starting with another interesting game, that is two bishop checkmate. So without wasting time, let's begin. I am Ashutosh, going to take you through two bishop checkmate. So let's start. So here we are taking any random position with white having two bishops on a board and black's king. So let's start. So the idea here is simple. We have to bring our both the bishop in the center of square. So we have to control our center with both our white's bishop. So we have to bring our both the bishops in these two square. So let's just quickly bring them. So we will give check from bishop to b2. Black's king will move king to e6. Now we have to bring our dark square bishop to d4 square. So we will play king bishop to d4. Now we also have to bring our light square bishop to e4. So it's black to move. Black will play king to d6. Now also we have to bring our light square bishop to e4 square. So we will quickly play bishop to e4. Now if you can see, black's king is restricted with some part of the board, as our both the bishops are controlling these four squares and they are also controlling these two long diagonals. And now black's king is only left with these 12 squares where he can play the game. Here step 1 is complete. Now let's jump into the step 2. So in step 2 we have to bring our king into the action. So for bringing king into the action, we have to play our king either to c5 square or f5 square. So if we bring our king to c5 square, our bishops will move this side, or if we bring our king to f5 square, our bishops will move to this side. So the idea is we have to move our bishop to the opposite to the king. So let's just quickly bring our king to c5 square. So now our king is well placed in the center and our bishops are also well placed in the center. Here step 2 is complete. Now in step 3, as I mentioned earlier, we have to move our bishop opposite to the king. So while moving our bishops, we have to keep one thing in our mind, that on very next move of a black, our bishop should not be under king's attack. Okay, so if we have played bishop to e5, then it would come under the attack from black by playing king to e6. So we have to play little carefully while moving our bishops. So what we will do, we will move our light square bishop to f5 square and give check to black's king. So now black will move king to e7. Now we have to move our dark square bishop to e5 square, as there is no threat to it. Now here, as I mentioned in step 2, we have to bring our king to this square. So it was black to move. So black will play king to f7 and we will move our king to d6 square. Now again, we have to repeat all our steps. Okay. So what we will do, we will move our bishops to this side so that we can restrict black's king to corner. Now it was black to move, so black will play king to e8. Now we will move our light square bishop to g6 and give check. Now here black has two options. Either black's king can go to queen side or king side. Okay. So let's first look if black decides to go queen side. So king to d8, we will give check from our dark square bishop by playing bishop to f6, king c8, white will play king c6, black will play king b8, white will play king b6. Now here, what we have to do is restrict black's king to these two squares. So for restricting black's king to these two square, we have to control this c8 square with our light square bishop. So it was black to move. Black will play king to c8. Now we have to give check with our light square bishop to control c8 square. So we'll give check. Black will move king to b8. Now as we are controlling this c8 square, black is only left with these two square. So it is a mate in 2 now. So if we will give bishop to e5 check, black will move king e8, and on a very next move it was a beautiful checkmate by playing our light square bishop to e4. It's checkmate. Now let's look at the second approach of this game. We had played our bishop to g6. Here earlier we saw what happens if black decides to go queenside. Now we will see what happens if black decides to go kingside. So we will just quickly move forward. We will move our dark square bishop to f6 square. Now here black is left with only two squares. Okay, and the idea here for white is to bring his king to h6 square. So let's just quickly bring our king to h6 square. Okay, now here we have to restrict black's king to these two square in order to checkmate. Okay, so we have to control this f8 square with our dark square bishop. So we will move our dark square bishop to e7. Now we are controlling f8 square. Black will play king to h8. Now here is a little trick. So can you find out? If pause the video and check. The trick here is if white plays bishop to f7, black will not have any valid move to play his king because those squares are covered and under check by all white's pieces. So it will be a beautiful stalemate. So instead, what white have to do? White have to play one waiting move, that is bishop to f5. So black's king will have only one valid move, that is king to g8. So it is now mating 2. Can you find out? Yes, my friend, you guessed it right. We will play bishop to e6. King will move king to h8, and on a very next move, it's a beautiful checkmate by bishop to f6. This is how you can play two bishop and king endgame and checkmate your opponent within 50 moves. Hope you like the video. Please comment, like and share our video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel Chess Mitra. Thank you. See you again.